Touchdown, West Philly!
A chance for the Chargers, and they score!
In the front, Fuzzy again!
High fly ball. This is moving back. It is deep. It's out by the wall. Looking up. It's gone. Jaden Novak clears the deck for the first time this summer. Welcome to the Rose City. His first big fly as a Sea Unicorn. He makes it 6-3. The Bravehearts down to their final strike tonight. Peterson from the belt. It is swung on and missed for strike 3. Norwich defeats Worcester tonight on the road, and they win it by a final score of 6-3. Marshall. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to New Britain Stadium. The Sea Unicorns back in the Hardware City. It's game 2 of a 3-game set with the New Britain Bees, the final one here at New Britain Stadium before the Norwich Sea Unicorns return home tomorrow night to face these New Britain Bees. Norwich trying to get themselves back on track after a mini 3-game skid, trying to get back into the win column. I'm Adam Plager. Glad to be joining you here on this Tuesday night. Norwich right now 3-5 through their first 8 contests. They meet with their in-state rival New Britain Bees 4-7 through their first 11. On Sunday night, it was a pitcher's duel right here at New Britain Stadium. And as a result, the time of the ball game was just 2 hours, 24 minutes. Ben Winslow, the Yale Bulldog, he impressed once again. He went 5 shutout innings. He struck out 5. He was just named the Norwich Sea Unicorns Mashantucket Pequot Museum Player of the Week. He was also named the Futures League Pitcher of the Night for his shutout work against these New Britain Bees. Things were looking good for Norwich. They had themselves in early 2-0 lead. However, it was a big 8th inning for New Britain. It changed the direction of the ball game. Here's a look at how things unfolded right here on Sunday night. It was first Jack Sweeney with his first home run of the summer. Sweeney hits it well, deep out to left field, out by the wall. It is gone. Jack Sweeney cracks his first home run of the summer, and the Sea Unicorns strike first on the long ball. It's 1-0. Jack Sweeney with the big fly. He goes deep for the first time. Norwich looking good. They had themselves the first run of the ball game. It came in the 6th inning. However, it unfortunately would not end up that way for Norwich, taking home the victory as New Britain, as we said, would come back. But first, Jaden Novak would extend the lead for Norwich. He would make it 2-0 for the Sea Unicorns. That would come in the top of the 8th inning. The 1-2 on its way home. Back up the middle. It's a base hit. Rounding third, coming home and being sent is Moser. The throw is up the first base line. It's a 2-out, 2-strike RBI single, and the Sea Unicorns extend their lead. It's 2-0. Jaden Novak with the clutch RBI single. He provided some insurance for Norwich to make the ball game 2-0. However, in the 8th inning, the ball game would change direction as the New Britain Bees would strike for 5 runs to take a 5-2 lead in the ball game. First thing was first, they would get on the board on the RBI walk from P.J. Hughes. It was a bases-loaded walk. DJ Peterson came out to start that inning. However, Norwich would ultimately need 3 different pitchers in the inning to get through it. Here's how the scoring started for the Bees. Swinging his right arm with the baseball in it. Now he comes set. Novak on the outside corner. The full count delivery. It misses inside. It's ball 4. So Camp walks in the first run of the night. The bases will remain loaded for Colin Crowley. So Colin Crowley would come to the plate in a bases loaded situation, and a big swing from him. It was the big blow in the inning. It was an RBI triple. It would clear the bases, and the Bees had themselves a 4-2 lead. This is a fly ball in the air. Sweeney moving back. Still going back. It's off the wall over his head. One run will come home to score. A second being waved home. This is going to clear the bases. It's an RBI triple for Colin Crowley, and the Bees have taken the lead in the 8th. It's 4-2. So it was a 4-2 lead for New Britain, but they were not done yet. Chaz Wright would come up to the plate with the runner at third base. Norwich had drawn their infield defense in. He would make it 5-2 for the Bees. The delivery home is a bouncing ball. It gets away from Moser. It's through into right field. RBI single for Wright. And the Bees have extended their lead. It's 5-2. New Britain would strike for 5 runs in the 8th inning, and that would be all that they would need. They would win it by a final score of 5-2. The winning pitcher in the ball game for New Britain would be for New Britain, the relief pitcher Jack Welsh. He picked up his first win of the season. The loss would go to DJ Peterson. He allowed the 4 runs in the inning, and the save to Ty Davis. He mowed down Norwich in order in the 9th inning. Norwich was out hit in the ball game 8-6 on Sunday night here at New Britain Stadium. The Sea Unicorns trying to get back on track prior to first pitch heading into the ball game. We had an opportunity to catch up with the Sea Unicorns catcher. He will not be in the lineup today, Joe Durso. He talks about this past spring at LIU and how much fun he's had in his short time here in the Rose City. For more on that, here is my conversation with the catcher, Joe Durso. Going alongside Norwich Sea Unicorns catcher, Joe Durso. Dursey, thanks for coming on to do this. Let's go back to this past spring. LIU, another strong season for your group, going all the way to the conference championship. How much fun was it to be a part of that team this past spring?
Oh, it was an amazing ride. Just being back there, it was a grind. Caught somewhat 50 innings in a row. It was a good time. Just fell a little short, but we'll be back next year for sure.
50 innings in a row. That's a lot for the body to handle. What'd you learn about yourself, especially to be a durable player, to stay healthy throughout the course of a season and really get a full season after coming back from some injuries earlier on in your collegiate career?
I believe in just shutting the mind off at times. A lot of people like to think about, my mechanics, all this, all that, but I just kind of shut my mind off throughout the year, and I just kind of play my game, and it worked. I stayed healthy, and I kind of shut my mind off and just grinded back there all year. It was awesome.
As a catcher, you have to handle the pitching staff. Do you try and separate your offensive side of your game from your defensive side and really try and flip the switch when you're back there behind the plate, and compared to when you have to be a hitter as well to make sure you're doing your job at both ends of the field?
I feel like I'm very valuable because, I know my role, and my role is to be a lockdown catcher. So I think that definitely comes first. Controlling the staff, grinding, like I said before, and just being a defensive-minded, hard-nosed, old-school catcher. That's what I'm about, and I feel like when I'm doing that really good, the offense kind of just follows. So it's an awesome thing, yeah.
You're here in Norwich in the Rose City, first time with the Sea Unicorns. Let's go back to your first day walking into Dodd Stadium. What was it like to go into that environment?
It was awesome. I'd never been in an environment like that before, especially in summer ball. So just the whole locker room experience, whole clubhouse experience, that was really cool. These guys are amazing dudes. Everyone's getting along, everyone's meshing real well, and it's been a great experience. And I love the fans so far. Haven't really had many games, but there's been a lot of guys, signed a lot of autographs, a lot of fans out. So it's cool. Cool experience.
As we said, as a catcher handling the pitching staff, it's a large pitching staff here in Norwich. It's consistently changing, but it seems like you've really made your pitching staff feel quite comfortable when you're back there behind the plate.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that's the number one thing as a catcher, just to, make pitchers like throwing to you. Whether it's catching bullpens on the side, whether it's, having conversations in between innings, it's all about comfortability. And if they like throwing you, then you're gonna have a good day, more times than not. So.
Well, let's look at this week for this group. There's going to be a lot of baseball played in a short period of time, a doubleheader as well this week. But how do you try and keep this game at a time and not look too far ahead?
just being where your feet are. That's the motto. Just got to be in the moment, and just play every game like it's your last, and just be in the moment, be where your feet are, and take it day by day. And that's it. And do some fun things on the side, go fishing, do whatever. I caught my first fish the other day. That was awesome. But yeah, I love it over here in Norwich. It's quiet.
All right, one last one for you. Talking about some of the things away from the ballpark. I know that you're not from Norwich. You grew up in Long Island, but for Unicorn fans that don't know you, what should they expect when they see you play in the Unicorn jersey this summer?
Yeah, just one thing I got to correct you on. It's actually on Long Island. Us Long Islanders know that. But you should expect, I'm definitely an old school guy, old school catcher. I'm not gonna, I'm not lightning fast. I'm not gonna run a 5 seconds 60, 6 seconds 60, whatever. But I'm old school. I block everything. I'm just a hard-nosed guy. That's really about it. And I have a good time. I like interacting with the fans. It's cool. Yeah.
All right, Unicorn fans, that is catcher Joe Durso. Durso, as always, thanks for doing this, and let's have some fun this week.
Yeah, let's do it.
Great to chat there with Joe Durso. We're just about set for some baseball here from the Hardware City. It's the Norwich Sea Unicorns and the New Britain Bees, Game 2 of the 3-game series between the New Britain Bees. Here's a look at the Norwich Sea Unicorns starting lineup. It's, as always, presented by Artisan Building and Remodeling. Leading off is the third baseman, Aiden Stern, batting second. And for Norwich here today is the, don't mind the positions there. They are not the correct ones here today. C.J. Nolan bats second, batting third at first base, Gabriel Rivera. Gavin O'Brien, he's the center fielder, batting fourth. Batting fifth in left field, Spencer Chard. Then Mike Ancaleri, he's in right field, as it's going to be Garrett Garbinski on the rubber for the New Britain Bees here tonight. Officially underway, 6:36 p.m. local time. The right-hander coming home. That misses for ball two. The count now 2 balls, no strikes. Mike Ancaleri, he's the right fielder, batting seventh. Batting eighth is the designated hitter, Jack Oman. And the batting order rounded out by the shortstop, Kenny Noe. Righty on lefty matchup to start the ball game. Garbinski coming home. That deals in the off-speed breaker for strike one. Garbinski so far this summer in his only outing, he went 1 inning in a loss against the Worcester Bravehearts. He struck out 3. He struck out the side. Great start to the summer for the Clinton, Connecticut native, a rising junior at UConn. The count is now even. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes with the leadoff man, Aiden Stern, out of Trinity College. Stern is the second baseman tonight for Norwich. From the first base side of the rubber in the full windup, the righty coming home. That is taken for a called strike 3. Caught looking is Stern. And there's 1 gone in the inning. It'll bring up the third baseman, C.J. Nolan. Great start to the night for Garrett Garbinski. After falling behind the leadoff man, Stern, 2 balls, no strikes. He bounces back to strike out the Trinity Bantam, Aiden Stern. Here's the right-handed hitting second baseman, third baseman, check that. He swings and misses there, strike 1. A look at the infield defense here tonight for Matt Gedman's group. Over at third base, Colin Crowley. He had the big blow last game for the Bees. His RBI triple is the difference in that big comeback in the 8th inning. It was a 5-run 8th for the Bees. The shortstop, P.J. Hughes. At second base is Nolan Reisdorf, as the pitch just misses the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. And over at first base, Easton Massey. In the outfield from left to right. In left field is Brandon Gayer. In center field, Brennan Stabley. He was behind the plate doing the catching. A wave and a miss there from Nolan. The helmet almost popped off of him. Count is now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nolan works his way all the way around the batter's box there to realign himself. He took a big hack at the delivery from Garbinski. The count is now even. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. The righty coming home is slapped foul on the third base side. And over in right field for New Britain here tonight is Miles Giffelt. The pitcher-catcher battery is Garrett Garbinski, tossing to J.T. Clark. Count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Sacred Heart product. The righty deals home. He thought about it, holds up his swing. The count is run full. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. The batter for Norwich, C.J. Nolan, 5'11", 180 pounds, out of Coventry, Connecticut. Batting .267 this summer. It's hit on the line over to the shortstop, trapped over there by Hughes. He won't have a play at the first base bag. And Nolan is aboard with an infield single. Nice work there by Hughes to keep the baseball in front of him, but he couldn't handle it cleanly, so Norwich has a 1-out base runner on. They're going to score it as an error to P.J. Hughes. So Norwich has a man on for the first baseman, Gabriel Rivera. Rivera last game against New Britain was 0 for 4. He struck out twice. So far this summer, he's hitting .240. The fastball misses up and away for ball 1. New Britain in their home black uniforms with the white bottoms. We saw them in their home whites here on Sunday. Here's the 1-0, a swing and a miss there. The count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rivera, the batter for Norwich, 6'3", 205 pounds. Out of Brooklyn, New York. C.J. Nolan is the runner aboard. Medium-sized lead over at the first base bag. Keeping close eyes on him is the first baseman, Massey. Nolan is going. This is sliced foul into the seats on the first base side. And the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Norwich in their road gray uniforms, the gray tops with the gray bottoms. They're wearing their alternate navy blue road uniforms here on Sunday. From the stretch on the first base side of the rubber is Garbinski. He looks in, he's got the sign. His delivery home is upstairs, overthrown fastball, and the count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Garbinski will be a junior when he returns to Stores in the fall. And now a pickoff attempt. It's a little bit tardy, and head first back in there safely is CJ. He's the base runner aboard for Norwich. The righty deals home, and it misses down and away for ball 3. Rivera's worked the count full now. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rivera now playing in his 8th game of the summer. It's his 26th plate appearance. 3 runs batted in. He has a double. 6 hits overall. Battling with 2 strikes. Here comes the payoff delivery from Garbinski. The off-speed pitch is taken for a called strike 3. 2 strikeouts here in the first for Garbinski, as he will send Rivera packing back to the Norwich bench on the third base side. 2 down, 1 on for the center fielder, Gavin O'Brien. O'Brien out of UMass Amherst has the center field duties. He's rotated between left and center. Nolan is going. It's taken outside. Good throw down to second. It is in time, and the inning is over. Gone down trying to take second is C.J. Nolan on a strong throw from J.T. Clark. That completes things here in the top of the first. Norwich nothing, and the Bees coming to the plate when we come back on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today.
This is utility player Aiden Stern, and you're listening to the Norwich Sea Unicorns on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Back with you here, bottom of the first inning. Norwich caught stealing to end the inning. CJ Nolan trying to take second base. Luke Hardman on the mound for Norwich, and he gets a swing and a miss there for strike one from the leadoff man, Nolan Reisdorf. Hardman so far this summer for the Sea Unicorns has appeared in just one game. He started against Westfield. He went 2 innings. He allowed 3 earned runs. His ERA now 13.5 so far on the young season. He struck out 2. He walked 1. He allowed 6 hits to the Westfield offense. And that was back on May 29th, last Thursday. From the full windup, the righty gets a foul back to the screen, strike 2. Count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes to the New Britain leadoff hitter at second base, Nolan Reisdorf. Reisdorf, the batter at the plate in the lefty batter's box. In the lefty batter's box, Baglino set up outside. Hardman goes to the inside corner, and he punches out Reisdorf. He couldn't believe it, and a strikeout to start the night for Hardman. Here's the third baseman, Colin Crowley. Now look at the Norwich infield defense today. C.J. Nolan, he's at third base. The shortstop, Kenny Noe. Over at second, Aiden Stern. First delivery home misses upstairs to the third baseman, Crowley. Rivera has the duties at first base. The Norwich outfield from left to right. Spencer Chard in left. Gavin O'Brien in center with Ancolari in right field. This is Sadoff foul on the third base side. And the count now even. 1 ball, 1 strike to Colin Crowley. He had the go-ahead triple in the 8th inning here on Sunday. It was a bases clearing triple, which really fueled the victory for New Britain. A 5-2 win here on Sunday night. Norwich trying to snap out of a little funk right now. They've dropped 3 straight ball games. Count now, 2 balls, 1 strike. From the stretch, Hardman comes home. He almost hit the batter, Crowley. Count has now moved to 3 balls and a strike. Crowley out of Winthrop University in Southington, Connecticut. Takes a called strike, and the count is run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Crowley batting .317 this summer for the Bees. 3 doubles, 2 triples, 7 runs batted in. The right-hander coming home. This is poked foul down the line in left field to the left-handed hitting third baseman Crowley. We'll see another payoff pitch here to the Bees' number 2 hitter in the lineup. Following him is Easton Massey. Stabley bats 4th. He's in center field. Brandon Gayer bats 5th. He's in left field. The delivery home is a bouncing ball to short. Noe charging in. His throw across the diamond in time. 2 down. Good work defensively there by Kenny Noe. It took an awkward skip in the dirt on the way to him at short, and he was able to handle it and made a strike across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down for Hardman. Here's the first baseman, Easton Massey. Massey was originally slated to be in the batting lineup for Mac Edmond here on Sunday, but it was a late scratch for Chaz Wright. He is in there today. He's at first base. Open stance for the righty batter. Aggressive on the first pitch. He lines it into left field. It's a base hit. Aboard is Massey, and they have themselves a 2-out runner. Here's the center fielder now, Brennan Stabley. Stabley, the batter out of Southern Connecticut State, Plainville, Connecticut native. Rising junior, 6'3", 210 pounds, as he meets with the right-hander Luke Cardman out of Catholic University. Second summer with the Sea Unicorns for Cardman. His first pitch home is a wave and a miss there for strike one. Good bite there on the slider to the center fielder, Stabley. 3-pitch mix for Cardman. Fastball, changeup, and slider. There's a chopper to third. Waiting back on it is Nolan. His high throw across the diamond, collected by Rivera. He applies the tag, and the inning is over. A scoreless first for Cardman. He allows just the base hit to Massey. We're headed to the second when we come back on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. Unicorn fans, every Sunday is a family Sunday at Dodd Stadium. Those games start at 1 o'clock p.m. The gates open an hour before first pitch. Prior to the game on Sunday, June 22nd, we'll have our ice cream social for all of our First Mates Kids Club members. The next Sunday home game for Norwich will come against the New Britain Bees on June 22nd. That's the ice cream social. The first 200 kids to enter the gates will receive an autographed book that they can bring back every time they attend a Sea Unicorns game and get autographs from their favorite players. Sunday fun days with post-game kids run the bases and have a catch in the outfield. Children 12 and under are invited on the field following the game to run the bases one time and have a catch in the outfield with their families for 15 minutes. Baseballs are provided by CT Dot. Sundays are also our First Mates Club days. The First Mates Club is open to children 12 and under. As a member, you will receive a ticket to every Sunday home game, receive a t-shirt, a credential to show off your membership in style, receive discounts at concessions and merchandise stands on Sundays, as well as participate in an ice cream social following the ball game. Those are presented by K&H Equipment of Plainfield. Want to see you out there? June 22nd when the Bees come to the Rose City. First pitch home to O'Brien is taken for a strike at the knees. Righty on righty matchup to start the second. The fastball misses outside, count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. O'Brien in center field tonight for Norwich. For the lineup designed by Kyle Dombrowski. There's a swing and a miss there for strike 2. O'Brien trying to protect with 2 strikes. Set up outside is the catcher. That is Clark. It misses, and the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is a bouncing ball. It is foul on the third base side. Good battle here between O'Brien and Garbinski. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. O'Brien so far this summer for the Sea Unicorns, hitting 133, protecting with 2 strikes, the 2-2. Goes all the way back to the screen. The count is moved full. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Might have crossed up Clark there. The catcher, it tipped off his glove and then went sailing back to the protective screen behind home plate. From the full windup on the first base side, the righty coming home. It is taken on the outside corner, strike 3. O'Brien sent packing. It's the 3rd looking strikeout tonight for Garbinski. It'll bring up the left fielder, Spencer Chard. Chard so far this summer for the Sea Unicorns, the Southern Connecticut State product, hitting 167. This is his 13th plate appearance. Here's the pitch home. Fastball just misses low and in for ball 1. Chard, 5'10", 175 pounds in the righty batter's box. He has the powder blue batting gloves on here tonight. He's taking outside for ball 2. Count now, 2 balls, no strikes here against the Bees on Sunday. He had a hit in his only plate appearance. Just his 2nd hit of the summer. He's also scored a couple runs. The 2-0. Here's a bouncing ball to second. Collected there by Reisdorf. His short throw to first in time. 1-2 down. Here's the catcher now, Aiden Baglino. Baglino back with the Sea Unicorns after completing his sophomore season at Fairfield. Unfortunately, he was on the injured list. He landed there after an injury he suffered during fall ball with his back, but good to see him back and healthy here this summer with Norwich. He's taking for strike 1 on the outside corner. Baglino moving his bat back and forth, waiting for the delivery home. It misses upstairs. The count now even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Baglino, the batter out of Dumont, New Jersey. 6 feet, 200 pounds. He has the start tonight for Kyle Dombrowski behind the plate. Count in his favor, or check that, it's even. Now it's in his favor, 2 balls and a strike. Baglino looking for his first hit so far this summer as a Sea Unicorn. Just his 3rd plate appearance. He last played against Vermont on June the 4th, and it was a 9-2 victory for the Lake Monsters. Baglino with an open stance. He's in the righty batter's box. The pitch home is outside for ball 3. The 3-1 delivery is taken for a strike. Baglino is taking the whole way. And the count has run full. It's 3-2. This is punched foul on the third base side. Baglino last season for Norwich hit .234 in 64 plate appearances. He had 4 doubles for the Sea Unicorns. He was also hit 4 different times by pitches. And he drove in 10. Looking for his first of the summer as a Sea Unicorn here in 2025. And he's swung on and missed that time, and the inning is over. Second strikeout of the inning. Garbowski has 4 on the night, and we're headed to the bottom of the second. Norwich nothing, New Britain nothing here on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
This is outfielder Jack Sweeney, and you're listening to the Norwich Sea Unicorns on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Back with you here at New Britain Stadium. Sea Unicorn fans, come on out to the ballpark Thirsty Thursday for every Thursday night home game at Dodd Stadium. The Sea Unicorns will host the Silver Knights on Thursday, June the 12th. It will be a doubleheader, 2 7-inning games for Norwich for the game postponed May 31st. It's also Disney night at Bell Logistics at the Hole in the Wall Beer Garden. Come dressed in your favorite Disney gear and learn about travel options to Disney from local travel agents, presented by HMS Travel Consulting. And Thirsty Thursday, always on Thursdays, with beer specials on Narragansett. Ready to go here in the bottom of the second inning. No score between Norwich and New Britain. Cardman, the righty, deals home. It's just upstairs for ball one. Lead up man up in the inning for the Bees is the left fielder, Brandon Gayer. From the stretch is Cardman. The delivery home's outside, and the count now moves to 2 balls, no strikes. Gayer, the batter in the righty batter's box. Did not see him here on Sunday. He's taking upstairs, and now the count 3 balls, no strikes. He's the left fielder tonight for Matt Gedman's group. He's hitting .273 this summer. That's a called strike at the top of the zone. Good fastball there for Cardman. He tops out at 90 on his fastball. He normally is in that 88 to 90 mile an hour range with the heater. Here's the 3-1, a swing and a miss for strike 2. Gayer out of UMass Boston, Rocky Hill, Connecticut native, 5'10", 185 pounds. He stands in there in the righty batter's box. In a full count from 3-0, it's full. The 3-2 is taken for strike 3. Painted at the top of the outside corner, and Cardman punches out Gayer. There's one down. Second strikeout tonight for Cardman. Here's the catcher, J.T. Clark. The left-handed hitting first baseman J.T. Clark. That is lifted foul and out of play. The count now 2 balls and a strike. Cardman working behind, 2 balls, 1 strike. The right-hander coming home. This is a high pop-up. It looks like it's going to be the shortstop, Noe, who's going to take over it. He makes the catch behind the pitcher's mound on that first base side. It was still on the infield grass. There's 2 down. Here's the right fielder, Miles Giffelt. The righty comes home. He misses outside. Ball 1 to the right fielder tonight, Giffelt. Out of Colby College and Ridgefield, Connecticut. He's taking for strike 1. You felt the batter, 5'10", 150 pounds in the righty batter's box. He's in the back of the box. The catcher, Baglino, set up towards the inside part of the plate. Cardman deals some. It's bounced foul on the third base side, and the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Giffelt batting 187 so far this summer for the Bees, with 5 hits in his first 30 plate appearances. Was 0 for 1. He walked twice against Norwich here on Sunday night. The 1-2. Bouncing ball to short. Noe charging in. He scoops it. He fires across the diamond in time. And the inning is over. Cardman sets them down in order. The third inning is next when we come back on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
I'm at the top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
This is super utility player Anthony Tirado, and you're listening to the Norwich Sea Unicorns on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube and SN Sport.
Is that 49? Unicorn fans, Friday night fireworks after every Friday night home game. Those games starting at 6:30 p.m. Our next Friday night firework will come on June 20th when the Unicorns host the Worcester Bravehearts. And also make sure you catch the Unicorns in their Norwich City Connect uniforms. Every Friday night firework is presented by Liberty Bank. We're headed to the top of the third inning here at New Britain Stadium. New pitcher in the ball game for the Bees. It is right-hander Carson Parrott, rising sophomore at Tennessee Tech and Monroe, Connecticut native. After 2 scoreless innings of work from Garrett Garbinski, quality work from him. The first pitch of the inning is slapped away, foul, back to the screen. Strike 1 for Garbinski. He struck out 4 batters in his 2 innings of work. He did not allow any hits. The only batter that reached was on the error that was committed at short. The delivery home is in there, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the Norwich right fielder, Mike Ancalari. Here's the 1-2. Off the end of the bat, it's popped up on the first base side, and it's going to be the second baseman there to make the catch. That's Henning. There's 1 down. Here's the designated hitter, Jack Oman. Oman received All-American honors for his pitching work at Yale as a freshman. He is going to be some kind of pitcher to watch for years to come with the Bulldogs. That's if he stays at Yale. Here's the pitch home. Upstairs, ball one. The Bulldogs have themselves a good one in Jack Oman, the Mesa, Arizona native. Open stance for the lefty batter. The delivery home is swung on and popped up into medium left field. Underneath it, and there to make the catch awkwardly out there is Brennan Stabley. There's two down. Looked to be quite a routine play out there on the fly ball to left off the bat of Oman, and then bit of an awkward catch, a low catch out there for Stabley, but either way, 2 up, 2 down in the inning. Now the shortstop, Kenny Noe. Noe was the leadoff man here on Sunday. He's taking up and away for ball one. Noe so far this summer hitting .250 for Norwich, 4 for his first 16. This is a bouncing ball. Collected there at second to throw to first in time, and the inning is over. Good work over there by Henning. Makes a couple of plays there defensively for the Bees. Still no score in the Hardware City. The bottom of the third is coming up next when we return on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today.
This is infielder Alec Warden, and you're listening to the Norwich Sea Unicorns on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Back with you here in the bottom of the third inning. Norwich has been held hitless tonight so far. Cardman back out there to work his third inning, and the first delivery is fouled away from the second baseman, Tim Henning, who made a couple of nice plays defensively for the Bees in the top of the inning. Offense has been tough to come by so far tonight for Norwich. Cardman has done well on the rubber for the Sea Unicorns in his second outing in the summer. He's struck out a pair. He's allowed just the one hit. That was back in the first inning to Easton Massey. Now he rolls in strike two. Cardman in his first summer with Norwich, as he gets a swinging strikeout there to start the frame. He punches out Henning. He has his third strikeout of the ball game. Cardman last summer as a Sea Unicorn in 8 1/3 innings. He pitched to a 3.24 ERA. He allowed 3 earned runs in his 8 1/3 innings of work. On a roll right now to start the ball game. Here's the shortstop, P.J. Hughes. PJ out of Richmond University in Manhattan, Kansas, 5'11", 170 pounds. And now he's in protection mode. No balls, 2 strikes. On Sunday, he was 0 for 3. He drew a walk. It also scored the first run of the night for New Britain. The 0-2. It skips in front of Baglino and then leaks behind him for ball 1. So far this summer, he's hitting just 111. 2 for his first 18. He's scored 3 runs. He's brought home 4. He's also struck out 8 times. Cardman in the driver's seat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The righty coming home outside with the fastball, and the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hughes in there. He's got the red batting gloves on. Now he crushes it foul down the line in left field, and the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good battle here between Cardman and Hughes. Hughes was the leadoff man on Sunday night. Tonight he's trying to turn over the lineup card. Not really a second leadoff hitter is now at that number 9 spot in the order has become in baseball. Here's the 2-2. This is roped foul on the third base side. Hughes out of Richmond University. Here's the 2-2. This is cut on and missed for strike 3. Hughes is punched out, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for Cardman here in the third. You have to like what you're seeing out of the righty here tonight. Quality starts for Norwich. That is going to be such a key for this group. Obviously, the bullpen has been rested because of the rainouts that unfortunately have really changed around the schedule for Norwich. So they'll play a doubleheader on Thursday against Nashua, which is going to be why it's so important for these starters to be throwing strikes and be working efficiently. Here's the leadoff man, Nolan Reisdorf. He struck out looking his first time. And there's ball 1 outside. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardman this past season at Catholic worked 14 2/3 innings. He allowed 25 earned runs. The ERA was sky high, 15.34 for him after a strong freshman year, 3.37. That baseball almost came into the press box. It's fouled away. The count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It was a strong rookie season for Cardman at Catholic. He pitched to a 3.37 ERA over 18 2/3. And he just misses upstairs for ball 3. He almost struck out the side right there. Reisdorf has already struck out today. He's trying to protect with 2 strikes. The payoff pitch home. Here's a fly ball lifted in the air to the left center field alley. On the run, a diving catch out there in center field by Gavin O'Brien, and the inning is over. A sprawling catch out there in the left center field alley by O'Brien, and the inning has come to an end. 3 up, 3 down, and thank you to Gavin O'Brien. No hits in the inning, a couple of strikeouts. The 4th inning is next when we come back on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
This is catcher Jaden Novak, and you're listening to the Norwich Sea Unicorns on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Back with you here in the top of the fourth inning after the full extension catch out there in left center from Gavin O'Brien. Still a scoreless ball game here in New Britain between the Sea Unicorns and the Bees. Here it back out there for a second inning of work and trying to drop down a bunt on the first pitch of the frame was Stern. It's foul on the third base side. Stern was caught looking his first trip to the plate. That was against the starter Garrett Garbinski. Now a new arm, Carson Parrott. This time for Stern to deal with. Stern so far this summer for the Sea Unicorns as he is taking and is also hit by the pitch. Stern coming into that plate appearance for Norwich was hitting .353. That was a team best. Parrott will now have to turn his attention over to the third baseman, C.J. Nolan. CJ batting .267 so far entering play today. First pitch home is framed down the outside corner, but just missed. It's ball one. Parrott so far this summer for the Bees has an ERA of 5.40. This is his third game of the summer. He's worked 5 innings for the Bees. He struck out 7, and he's just walked one batter after like the strikeout to walk ratio. Right now he's behind Nolan, 2 balls, no strikes. The runner aboard for Norwich is Stern. He was hit by the pitch. This is taken outside for ball 3. The 3-0 delivery. This is a fly ball. It's dumped into left field. It's a base hit. First hit of the ball game for Norwich is a single into left for C.J. Nolan. And the Sea Unicorns in business right now to start the fourth, 2 on with nobody out. Top of the order making some noise for Kyle Dombrowski's group. Here's the first baseman, Gabriel Rivera. Rivera was caught looking his first trip to the plate. Rivera with that pink arm sleeve on his right arm. Chops away, strike one, foul. He's in the righty's batter's box, 6'3", 205. He's just a riser out of Suffield Academy in Connecticut. Native of Brooklyn, New York. Is the number 11 prospect in the state of New York and number 1 ranked third baseman coming out of the state, ranked by perfect game. Now he's launching it foul on the first base side down the right field line. And the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Traffic aboard for Norwich right now. They have him at first and second with nobody out. Stern, the base runner, he's at second. And Nolan, he stands at first. Readjusting the batting gloves momentarily was Rivera. He'll step back into the righty box from the stretches. The right-hander Parrott trying to navigate out of some traffic right now. First dangerous spot of the ball game. Going are the base runners on a double steal. This is a fly ball lifted high in the air to left field. Still moving back at the wall. Making the grab on it out there is Stabley, and Rivera is retired. That was well struck there by the young first baseman Gabriel Rivera, and a catch at the warning track for Stable as the first out in the inning. That was not routine by any means. There was a running catch out there for Brennan Stable. That could have plated a couple of runs for Norwich if he didn't make the grab on it. Here's O'Brien with one down. O'Brien struck out looking his first trip up. Bouncing around the base pass over there at second base is Aiden Stern. He's trying to become a distraction to the right-hander Parrott, who hasn't allowed a run yet tonight. We're still scoreless. This is the seventh batter that he's faced. That's taken for a ball just downstairs. The count now 2 balls, no strikes. O'Brien has the blue batting helmet on. He's taking outside. Now it's 3 balls, no strikes. O'Brien, 6'4", 200 pounds, out of Salisbury, Connecticut. He went to the Salisbury School at the high school level. He was the team captain there as a senior, ECC championship, and Connecticut All-State member. It's a 4-pitch walk to O'Brien, and Norwich has loaded them up. A chance for Spencer Chard. But now we're going to have to wait a moment as the pitching coaches come out for the Bees with the bases loaded situation awaiting Spencer Chard when he comes to the plate. The runner at third is Aiden Stern. C.J. Nolan stands at second with O'Brien at first. Stern was hit by the pitch to start the inning. Then later C.J. Nolan wrapped a single into left field. That's the first hit of the ball game for Norwich. So some command trouble here from Parrott in the inning. He's walked a batter. He's also hit a man. They are loaded up for Spencer Chard. Chard has moved around the diamond. He's been a utility man. The Southern Connecticut State product. We've seen him in left field. He's also played some second base as well from the full windup. Parrott comes home. A slow roller back to the hill to home for one. Now the throw to first is safe. Chard is safe at first, but the run will not score for Norwich. Some good work there by Parrott. He went home on the slow roller off the bat of Chard. 2 outs in the inning, but the bases are still loaded. Now for the catcher, Aiden Baglino. Baglino struck out his first time to the plate. Norwich right now trying to produce their first run of the night and open the scoring. Norwich this season, when scoring first, they're 3-2. It's been a different story when opponents have struck first. Norwich 0-3 in those situations, but despite having the lead on Sunday, the Bees battled back with a 5-run 8th inning. Ducks on the pond for the Sea Unicorns. That is taken outside, ball 1. They still have them loaded. Now it's Spencer Chard. He's the runner at first. O'Brien at second. And C.J. Nolan, the runner at third. From the full windup, the righty Parrott coming home. Set up outside was the catcher Massey. And it misses for ball 2. Baglino trying to plate the first run of the night, also collect his first hit of the summer. The 2-1 home. Up and away for ball 3. Baglino now in a hitter's count for the Sea Unicorns. A walk would mean a run for Norwich. Baglino out of Fairfield University. The 3-1 delivery. A check swing. It's ruled a strike. And the count has run full. Baglino out of Bergen Catholic High School. He hit .276 with 20 runs batted in, 6 doubles, and 76 plate appearances for Bergen Catholic. The full count deliveries outside, ball 4. C.J. Nolan comes home to score. He was going on the pitch anyways, and Norwich has taken the 1-0 lead. It's an RBI walk for Baglino, and the inning will continue for the right fielder, Mike Ancolari. Ancolari popped out to second his first time up. The first pitch home to Ancolari is taken inside for ball 1. Ancolari out of the University of Southern Maine, North Haven, Connecticut native. He transferred there from Stonehill. Set up outside is Massey. There's a wave and a miss there for strike 1. Still a chance for Parrott to escape the frame with minimal damage being done. Norwich loaded the bases with just 1 out. Here's the 1-1. This is sliced back to the screen for strike 2. And Caleri has the navy blue batting gloves on. Norwich has the road gray uniforms with the gold numbers on the back. From the full windup on the first base side of the rubber, Parrott coming home. That is cut on and missed for strike 3. Parrott strikes out Ancolari, and Norwich leaves them loaded. Baglino helps Norwich convert their first run on the bases-loaded walk, but that would be it. It's a 1-0 lead for the Sea Unicorns. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th when we come back on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
You try. Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's SCR-Structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. SCR-Structures.com.
Welcome back to New Britain Stadium, headed to the home half of the 4th inning. It's Bark in the Park coming to Dodd Stadium on Saturday, June 14th, when the Sea Unicorns host the New Britain Bees. Back by popular demand, fans can bring their dogs to the ballpark Saturday evening for a special night out. Dogs will be restricted to the grandstand seating down the left field line. All dogs will be required to be on leashes. $10 tickets for dog owners, and for our best friends coming with us to the ballpark, the admission is $5 and will be donated to the Wings of Freedom Animal Rescue. Special seating area provided, treats and water bowls as well. Can't wait to see you at Dodd Stadium on Saturday night for Bark in the Park. Hopefully the first Saturday home game in Norwich. A bouncing ball to second, charging in on it, the throw to first in time. A heck of a play over there by Aiden Stern, and there's one gone in the inning as Crowley's retired. Here's the catcher, Easton Massey. Cardman trying to work 4 scoreless innings here tonight. He's had some help behind him. Gavin O'Brien last inning defensively for Norwich with that sliding catch, diving catch, full extension head first to retire Reisdorf to help Cardman work a clean bottom of the 3rd. Right now he's ahead of the catcher Easton Massey. He singled his last time up. Now it's a slow bouncing ball to third. Charging in on it is Nolan. His throw across the diamond in time, 2 down. Here's the the left fielder, Brennan Stabley. Stabley tonight for the Bees. He grounded out to third his last trip to the plate. Set up inside Baglino. Cardman's first pitch home, a check swing, and holding up on it is Stabley. It's ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That's outside for ball 2. The slider missing for Cardman. To the right-handed hitting corner outfielder tonight, Brennan Stabley. Waving the bat ever so slowly. Now the delivery home's the fastball. It checks into the outside corner, strike 1. The delivery home. Here's another rolling ball to third. Nolan has it. Bouncing throw to first. Rivera can't handle it. And aboard with 2 outs is Stabley. It's going to be an error on the play. We'll see if they charge it to CJ or Rivera, the first baseman. I imagine it is going to be CJ Nolan, as that is reported from our official score. He's right next to me here in the press box. So get that information in real time. Second error committed by the Sea Unicorns tonight, and the inning will continue for Brandon Gayer. Cardman deals in strike 1 to the right-handed hitting DH, Brandon Gayer. He was caught looking his first time up. He's got a man aboard. That's Stabley. He reached on the air, and delivery home is taken for ball 2. Here's a slow roller to second. Charging in on it is Stern. He had some trouble getting rid of it, but he gets it done in time, and the inning is over. So Cardman works around the 2-out error. We are headed to the 5th when we come back on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Who really wanted with me? I'm at the top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, no make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me. Now I got them like, wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and the good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
Hey, Sea Unicorns fans, this is catcher Joe Durso, and you're listening to the Norwich Sea Unicorns on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Back with you here. Top of the 5th inning. Back out there for his 3rd inning of work is the right-hander Carson Parody. Comes home with ball 1. It misses upstairs to the left-handed hitting designated hitter Jack Oman, who had a memorable rookie season at Yale as a Bulldog. We saw him pitch last summer for the Sea Unicorns. He was lights out as a riser before he made his way to the Yale Bulldogs. He's taking for ball 3. Omen was chosen as the Perfect Game College Freshman Pitcher of the Year. He was the ECAC Pitcher of the Year as well. And also received All-American honors as well. Count now 3 balls, 1 strike to the DH, Jack Omen. There's ball 4. It misses upstairs. It's a 5-pitch walk to the DH Omen. And the Sea Unicorns have their leadoff man aboard. Here's the shortstop, Kenny Noe. Look at the numbers for Jack Omen, just how impressive he was. 1.34 ERA. Over 73 and 2/3 innings of baseball. He allowed 45 hits. Opponents hit just 174 off of him. Now he dives back in there head first safely. He's got his lead over there at the first base bag. And he starts to build it. Just about 4 steps out from that first base cushion. Clark holding him on over there. That's fouled away for strike 1. The batter, Kenny Noe. He's the shortstop tonight for the Sea Unicorns. Noe out of Monmouth University and Freeport, New York. He grounded out to second his first time up. Now he's taking down and away for ball 1. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Omen also had 87 strikeouts as a rookie with Yale. He walked just 20 batters. That's how dominant he was. He dives back in there head first safely, and right now he's becoming a distraction to Parrott, who has his back turned to him. He's a righty with a lefty in the batter's box. That's Noe. This is a fly ball lifted foul. It's slicing down the left field line. It'll drop in there foul. And the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Noe so far this summer for Norwich entering action. 4 for his first 17 as a Sea Unicorn. He's ripped a couple of doubles. He's driven in a run. He's also walked 3 times. Back of the lefty batter's box. He's taking outside for ball 2. Count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's some action down the line and right for the Bees. They have a man loosening with the leadoff man on. That's Jack Omen. He's got a sizable lead at first. And that's outside now, ball 3, and to the righty batter's box of the left-handed hitting Kenny Noe. The delivery home, fouled away. Good battle here between Noe and Parrott. Noe was a dual sport athlete at Kellenberg Memorial. He also played football there as well. In his career at Kellenberg Memorial, he was a .523 hitter at the high school level with 8 home runs, 37 runs driven in. 2-time All-Conference and All-League selection. He's waiting. Now the full count delivery home is cut on and missed. Strike 3. Noe punches out. There's 1 down. Second strikeout tonight for Parrott. 1 on, 1 out. Now it's the leadoff man, Aiden Stern. He's got the gold cleats on with the pink bat. As stylish as you can be for Aiden Stern. Rocking jersey number 1. Another check on the base runner, Omen. Parrott has certainly had his mind full about the base runner on. There's the fastball. Checks in there on the outside corner for a called strike. Stern in there in the lefty batter's box. Stern, 5'8", 180 pounds. He's taking up and away for ball 1. Stern, a native of South Salem, New York. Trying to help jumpstart the offense here for Norwich in the 5th. From the stretch, the righty Parrott home, up and away, ball 2. Norwich has been held to just 1 hit tonight. Both teams have been held to 1 hit. Another pitcher's duel here tonight from New Britain Stadium. Set up outside is the catcher Massey. That's fouled away for strike 2, and the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The reliever Parrott takes a look back at the runner Omen. The 2-2 home going on the pitch was Omen. Another pitch fouled away by Stern. Good battle here mounting between Parrott and Stern out of Trinity College. Attended Avon Old Farms before making his way to Trinity. Another strong prep school product is Stern. He's the leadoff man tonight for Kyle Dombrowski. He hit .457 this past spring. This is well struck to right field. Moving back on it out there is Giffeld. He won't get to it. It's off the wall. Headed to third is Omen. He's going to have the stop sign. Initially trying to wave him home was Kyle Dombrowski, and then he freezes them at third. It's a ringing double for Stern, and the Sea Unicorns have them at second and third with 1 out. Stern crushes his 3rd double of the summer. Starting in on it initially was Giffeld, and then he quickly started scrambling back, and by that time it was off the wall. Stern at second, Omen at third for C.J. Nolan. Quick discussion wrapping up at the pitcher's mound between Easton Massey and Carson Parrott, with C.J. Nolan, the batter at the plate. He has singled to left. He's also reached on an error. He's been on base a couple of times. Norwich with a chance to extend their lead here in the 5th inning. Righty on righty matchup. The first pitch home is outside with the fastball to C.J. The delivery home, a wave and a miss there for strike 1. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. CJ this past spring at Sacred Heart hit .238 for the Pioneers. In the back of the righty's box with his open stance, it's taken upstairs, ball 2. The high socks for CJ Nolan. He's got the road navy blue socks on with the red helmet and the red batting gloves representing Sacred Heart. Swing and a miss there, strike 2. And then the batting helmet kind of rolls up his head there and became ajar. The count is even. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Norwich threatening here in the 5th. They have them at second and third. Stern crushed a double. He's at second. Omen stands at third. He drew the walk. The 2-2 delivery cut on and missed. And beating him is Parrott, 2 down. He's got his 2nd strikeout of the inning. 2 outs for the first baseman, Gabriel Rivera. Rivera trying to help Norwich make some magic happen. Here's the first pitch home. It's upstairs, taken for ball 1. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, a new name with the same great people and service. You know it's coming soon. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. Here's a softly bouncing ball over to second, collected there by Henning. His throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So Rivera is retired, and Norwich strands a couple of base runners here in the top of the 5th inning. Still a 1-0 lead. We're headed to the home 5th when we come back on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodge Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today. Headed to the bottom of the fifth inning, and a chance for us to chat a little bit about Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. A new name with the same great people, a service you know it's coming soon. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, a division of Ascend Bank. Glad to be partnered with them here this summer.
10 seconds.
As we are just about ready to go here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Norwich had a golden opportunity to extend their lead, but some nice work from Carson Parrott to work out of a traffic jam. Norwich had them at second and third with one out. He got the strikeout, and then the softly hit ground out on the bouncing ball to Tim Henning. First pitch home from Cardman. He's back out there to work his fifth inning of baseball. He has been dialed in here tonight. The 0-1 home taken outside. The count is even. The leadoff man up is J.T. Clark, the first baseman. He popped out to short his first time up. With the white batting gloves on, he's in the back of the lefty batter's box. Baglino set up outside, a check swing there, and certainly holding up is the batter Clark. Count is 2-1 to the left-handed hitting first baseman, J.T. Clark. Clark out of Eastern Connecticut State and Bristol, Connecticut. He's taking for ball three. Count now 3 balls and a strike. Clark so far this summer with the Bees hitting 167 entering play. Now he's fouling away strike two. Last game against Norwich on Sunday was 1 for 2. He scored a run. He also drew a walk against the Sea Unicorns. Now the count is run full. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Baglino, the catcher, set up outside, and the righty deals home. It's shot away foul. Third base side, and the battle will continue here between Cardman and Clark. Clark, the batter, 6 feet, 205 pounds. Bats from the left side. He throws with his right. The full count delivery is a fair ball, roped over the head of Rivera. Down the right field line, a wide turn around the first base bag for Clark. He's aboard. It's a leadoff base hit, and the Breeze have themselves their second hit of the ball game. Rained earlier today throughout Connecticut, but the grounds crew here in New Britain, they've done a nice job, especially Sunday. I mean, it has been intermittent rain here throughout the state of Connecticut. 14 straight Saturdays with rain. It has continued, the precipitation. They have done a great job to make sure that we can play some baseball despite some of the weather conditions we've had. An overcast sky here tonight over New Britain Stadium. With Gilfelt, the batter, a bouncing ball to short. No, he has it. He goes to second for one. Warden Stern fires to first in time, a double play. 6-4-3 double play turn there by Noe, and there's 2 down. Better now is Tim Heading, the second baseman. He struck out his first time up. First double play turn tonight for Norwich. They've turned a triple play here on Sunday. A broken back ground ball snared at first by Rivera. He'll step on the first base bag, and the inning is over. Just the one hit in the inning. It came off the bat of J.T. Clark. It was a leadoff hit. And then Norwich turns the 6-4-3 double play, and Cardman induces the ground out. We are headed to the 6th inning. When we come back, it's a 1-0 lead for Norwich on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. The Burns Agency in Norwich and Daveville, working smart and hard for residents and businesses since 1932. Let us do the same for you too. Go to BurnsAgency.com because you'll buy better at Burns. Back with you here, top of the 6th inning. New pitcher in the ball game for the Bees is right-hander out of UMass Amherst, Adam Merritt. He's pitched to a 3.85 ERA, 0-1 record so far this summer with the Bees over 2 1/3 innings. This is his 3rd appearance of the summer. He's allowed 4 hits. He struck out 1. He hasn't walked any batters. His last time out came on June the 4th against Worcester. He pitched an inning and a third. He allowed 3 hits in the outing, 1 earned run, and 7 batters that he faced. Norwich holding a 1-0 lead as we approach the top of the 6th inning. It'll be the center fielder Gavin O'Brien to start things out for Norwich. O'Brien so far tonight for the Sea Unicorns has been caught looking. He's also drawn a walk. The breeze here at New Britain Stadium blowing left to right slightly. Not terrible wind here. Beautiful night. First some baseball in the hardware city. O'Brien on the first pitch. He was jammed and it's popped up on the first base side. Calling for it is the second baseman Henning. He has it, and there's 1 down. Henning covers a lot of ground over at second base. He's made a lot of plays over there. On the ground, in the air, he's had the answers. And O'Brien retired to start the Norwich 6th. It'll bring up the left fielder, Spencer Chard. Chard in the back of the righty box. Merritt deals home. It's outside, ball 1, Merritt. Out of West Hartford, Connecticut, 5'10", 195 pounds. He'll be a sophomore when he returns to UMass Amherst. He took care of his teammate Gavin O'Brien to begin the inning. Now he meets with Spencer Chard. The 1-0. Another pitch that jams a Norwich hitter, able to catch the looping pop-up is Clark. There's 2 down. Two up, 2 down. Soft contact right now for Norwich. Merritt has jammed them inside. Here's the catcher, Aiden Baglino. His bases loaded walk his last trip up is the reason why Norwich has a 1-0 lead. Just 4 hits combined between the two sides. Here tonight, another pitching duel between Norwich and New Britain. You have to like what you're seeing if you're a pitcher. Offense has been tough to come by for Norwich as of late. They've been outscored by their opponents 25-4 over their last 3 contests, but all that matters is the zeros that Cardman has been putting up. Count is no balls, 1 strike to Baglino. From the stretch, the delivery home, cut on and miss, strike 2. Merritt this past spring as a freshman at UMass pitched to a 9.50 ERA over 18 innings worked. Opponents hit 303 off of him. This got squirrely. It bounces in the dirt for ball 1. He made 15 appearances with the Minutemen. Allowed 19 earned runs. He walked 20. He struck out 25. From the belt, the right-hander comes home and a wave and a miss, strike 3. Baglino struck out for the second time tonight. We are headed to the bottom of the 6th. When we come back, 1-0 Norwich on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodge Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962 and reserve your suite today.
This is DH Jack Oman, and you're listening to the Norwich Sea Unicorns on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube and SNSN Sports.
Back with you here. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 1-0 lead for Norwich. The new arm in the ballgame is the right-hander out of Keene State, Daniel Cantafi. He's got the baseball after 5 strong innings from Luke Cardman. 5 shutout innings for Cardman. He allowed just 2 hits in his 5 innings of work. He also struck out 4 as well. Quality start for Cardman. He's in line for the victory, but Norwich is going to need some help from their bullpen here tonight. They're going to need 4 quality innings out of them, and there is no room for error right now. Norwich clinging to the 1-run lead. The only run tonight in the ball game. That came back in the 4th inning on the bases loaded walk to Aiden Baglino. Cantafi, the new arm, 6'5" from the first base side of the rubber. He's working from the stretch. And his first pitch home is in there, strike 1. Cantafi, 6'5", 190 out of Glastonbury, Connecticut. Studying sport management at Keene State with the Owls. Here's the 0-1. There's a strike at the top of the zone. Good breaking ball. And he's well ahead of the leadoff man up in the inning. It's the shortstop, P.J. Hughes. Hughes struck out his first time to the plate. Righty comes home. Chopper to short. Noe charging in. Awkward bounce into his chest. And he makes the throw across the diamond in time. And the leadoff man is retired. Always important to retire PJ. He's got some elite speed behind him as well, and it always gets dicey when the first man reaches. Noe able to help Cantafi retire him. Here's the leadoff man up in the batting order, Nolan Reisdorf. Reisdorf is 0 for 2 so far tonight. He's been caught looking. He's also lined out to Gavin O'Brien. Now he's showing bunt, and he pops it up. This is going to go into the seats. It's out of play. Cantafi, as a junior, had some difficulties over 14 innings, 10.29 the ERA. Opponents hit .369 against him at Keene State. But the Owls put together as a team a strong season. They won their conference, and then they made a trip into the NCAA tournament. Toffee's delivery misses upstairs, and the count now 2 balls and a strike. They defeated Eastern Connecticut State in the conference championship. And then were defeated by number 7 Salve 5-0 in the tournament, and then lost to TCNJ 4-1. Nonetheless, always a successful season for a team when they make it into the NCAA tournament, and Keene State able to accomplish that. The count is 3 balls and a strike to Nolan Reisdorf, and he will take a 5-pitch walk. So there's a 1-out base runner for the Bees. Here's the third baseman, Colin Crowley. Crowley tonight, he's grounded out a couple of times, once to short, and he's also grounded out to second. First pitch home from Cantafi is ruled a strike. Cantafi so far this summer for Norwich in 2 innings of work. He's walked a couple, he struck out 3. He's pitched to a 4.5 ERA. His last trip out was back against his former Westfield Starfires on Sunday, June 1st. Here's a fly ball in the air into shallow center field, chasing in after it. O'Brien, he won't get there in time. It falls in for a base hit. 2 on now for New Britain. They threaten here in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out. A little blooper, just found a gap in shallow center field. O'Brien had to go a long way to catch up to it. And now the Bees have runners at first and second with 1 down. Here's the catcher, Easton Massey. And now this is going to bring out the pitching coach, Zach Gitchner. He's going to talk things over with the infield defense for Norwich. The entire defense has come to the mound to huddle up. A big spot in the ball game for Norwich, trying to protect a 1-0 lead. Unicorn fans, Griswold Dental. At Griswold Dental, their goal is to create a trusting relationship with patients where their comfort and health is our first priority. Start your journey to better health today at griswolddental.net. The Bees have them at first and second with 1 out in the inning. Here's the catcher, Easton Massey. Massey is single to left. He's also grounded out to third. The infield defense for Norwich at double play depth. Rivera, the first baseman, playing behind the base runner that stands at first. That's Crowley. The first pitch home is launched foul down the right field line, and the count now, no balls and a strike to Massey. Massey, a riser at New Boston College, Manchester, Connecticut native. 330 down the lines, 400 to dead center here at New Britain Stadium. The right-hander comes home. It's bounced foul into the Norwich dugout third base side, and the count now, no balls, 2 strikes. Norwich trying to keep the ball game where it is. They're holding just a 1-run lead. The delivery home, a foul back to the screen, and the battle will continue. Cantafi was with Westfield last summer in the Futures League. He's set at the belt, first base side of the mound of the right-handed hitting catcher Massey has an open stance. Now he rolls it over to short. No, he steps on the second base bag, whips it to first. It bounces into the seats and out of play. That is going to plate the first run of the ball game for New Britain, and we are tied at 1. No, he recorded the force out at second. He stepped on the bag, and then he fired it to Rivera. It was a low throw. It bounced in front of him, and then it went cruising into the seats. The ball game is tied here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. They have a runner now at second. That is Easton Massey. Norwich has committed their 3rd error of the ball game. On the first pitch, that gets underneath the glove of C.J. Nolan. And reaching on an infield hit is Stabley. It was scolded off his bat to the hot corner. New Britain making some noise here in the home 6th. Here's the designated hitter, Brandon Gayer. This is now the 6th batter up in the inning for the Bees. They've now combined for 4 hits overall in the ballgame. First pitch home. Nails the outside corner at the top of the zone. Cantafi in his career at Keene State has pitched to a 6.99 ERA. His best season was as a sophomore. 5.16 ERA. Now he induces a flyout to right field, and Caleri puts it away. And the inning is over, but not before the Bees plate their first run of the night. It's all tied here in the Hardware City, 1-1. We're headed to the 7th inning when we return on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
Fans, this is outfielder Gavin O'Brien, and you're listening to the Norwich Sea Unicorns on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube and SNSN Sports.
Well, to be back with you here at New Britain Stadium, 7th inning here at the ballpark, 1-1 between the Bees and Sea Unicorns. New Britain plating their first run of the ball game after the throw from Kenny Noe got away from the first baseman Rivera on that fielder's choice. Both teams have combined for 6 hits overall now in the ball game. Norwich has made a couple of errors. The Bees have made 1 error themselves. Norwich trying to find a way here in the late innings to muster some offense. Just 2 hits for Norwich overall. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position. Norwich just 1 for 6 tonight with runners in scoring position. Griswold Pride, substance abuse disorder does not discriminate who it affects, and it affects more than just the individual. The effects of substance use impact our whole society. Learn more at griswoldpride.org. Ready to go, top of the 7th inning. Adam Merritt back out there, and his first pitch home gets behind the backstop. That's Ethan Massey. 1 ball, no strikes to Mike Ancaleri. Ancaleri has popped out. He's also struck out. Ancaleri is also a broadcaster himself at the University of Southern Maine. Basketball, lacrosse. He's going to get some soccer, and he says when he goes back in the fall. Here's the 2-0. Up and in, ball 3. He's got a great voice for it, too. He sent me some of those calls as well. And boy, does he get animated on those basketball calls. Some big moments for the Huskies at Southern Maine. He's been the voice of those calls, and he's taking strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike to the Norwich right fielder tonight, Mike Ancaleri. In the back of the righty batter's box, Massey set up directly behind home plate down the middle, and there's strike 2. Ancaleri with the navy blue batting gloves with the white trim around the edges of it. The bat swinging on his shoulder. The 3-2 is shot away foul. Out to the seats behind home plate on the first base side. Full count here between Ancaleri and Adam Merritt, who came on in the 6th. He's working from the stretch. He toes the rubber, first base side, kicks and deals home. And he punches out Ancaleri looking. There's 1 gone. Well, the Unicorns have been caught looking today now 4 different times. 7 strikeouts overall from the Bees pitching staff. Here's the DH, Jack Oman. Oman came home to check that. Oman walked his last time. He did not score that first run of the game. Now a big swing and a miss there. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oman so far has flied out to left. He's also drawn a walk. First game of the summer with the Sea Unicorns. Batting with the open stance, the lefty batter is taking another off-speed pitch. It hits the inside corner, strike 2. Set up outside now is Easton Massey. The righty kicks and deals. The fastball up and away. The count is now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oman on the mound. He can touch 96 to 97 with his fastball. Now he's taking for ball 3. Full count here to Jack Oman. He's already drawn a walk here today. He wants to be a 2-way player at Yale with the Bulldogs, and the Yale coaching staff obliging, and then they're going to give him every opportunity to do that. Now he's taking and he's rung up, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Merritt here in the 7th. He's caught a couple looking. 8th strikeout tonight from the Bees pitching staff. Here's the shortstop, Kenny Noe. Noe tonight, he's grounded out to second. He's also struck out swinging. He has an open stance, toe tapping his front leg. Set up outside is Massey. This is sliced back foul to the protective screen, strike 1. We got to see Omen pitch for the Sea Unicorns last summer at Dodd Stadium. He worked 13 innings, a 4.15 ERA. That was his first taste of collegiate baseball, and boy, did it pay off for him. The fastball misses up and away. Ball 2 to the number 9 hitter in the order. It's Kenny Noe. He's been a busy man tonight defensively for Norwich. He's come up with some big plays. Sure, the one he'd like to have back was that throw to first that got away from Rivera, the 2-1. In the air, out to right field. Now charging in, racing into it. Nobody's going to get there. Giffelt started back on it, and Noe is aboard. It's a 2-out base knock, and the Sea Unicorns have their 3rd hit of the night. Not sure if Giffelt had some trouble reading it off the bat. It had plenty of hang time, but it started falling rather rapidly, and it was in front of him and the second baseman Henning in really no man's land in medium right field. The inning will continue. Here's the leadoff man, Stern. Stern crushed a double off the right field wall. His last trip up. That helped create the traffic jam and fuel the offense. That came back in the 5th inning. Norwich is, unfortunately, after that, was unable to cash in there. The runner is going. The throw down from Massey is a good one. It is in time. And the inning is over. Second time today, Norwich runners have been caught stealing. Easton Massey with a strike down to the second base bag. And he retires Noe. The inning is over. It is stretch time here at New Britain Stadium. A 1-1 ball game. You're watching the Norwich Sea Unicorns on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today.
Unicorns fans, this is utility player Aiden Stern, and you're listening to the Norwich Sea Unicorns on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Back with you here, bottom of the 7th inning. A 1-1 stalemate between Norwich and New Britain. Strain Family Motors, it's not a car, it's not a motorcycle, it's a slingshot. Rent one from Strain Family Motors in Lisbon. Get that wind in your hair sensation when you rent a slingshot from Strain Family Motors. SFMslingshots.com. Back with you here, home half of the 7th in a 1-1 ball game. It's been a pitcher's duel here tonight. Cantafi looking to work his second scoreless inning. First pitch home, misses inside to J.T. Clark. Clark, so far tonight, he's single to right. He's also popped out to short. Cantafi's delivery home, a slow roller on the first base side of the mound. Underhand flipping is Cantafi from a rather longer distance than normal. Normally you see the pitcher trot a little closer to that first base bag to send the underhand toss. It works out for Cantafi, and the leadoff man is retired, 1 out. Here's the right fielder, Miles Giffelt. Giffelt so far has grounded out to short. He's also bounced out into a double play, so a couple of ground outs to Kenny Noe, who's made some nice plays defensively against him. Count now, 1 ball, no strikes. Giffelt, a rising sophomore at Colby College. Count out, 2 balls, no strikes. The white batting gloves here for Giffelt with the teal bat. And now an awkward cut and a miss there, strike 1. Really a turquoise color if we're going to get particular in the shades of the color with that white batting glove and the white armband. Now he's taking outside, 3 balls and a strike. Cantafi in danger of walking the New Britain right fielder who has been retired in both of his plate appearances. The count now, 3 balls, 1 strike. And here's a slow roller on the backhand side. It's past Snowy into left field. It was in the perfectly placed spot at the shortstop hole. And really no chance for Noe to make a throw, even if he had collected the baseball on the ground ball. Another hit to the shortstop, and this time it is through into left field, and the Bees have their 5th hit of the night. Here's the second baseman, Tim Henning. Henning has struck out. He's also grounded out to first. Henning out of Binghamton University in Wantagh, New York. And the lefty batter's box slices away strike 1 into the seats on the third base side. Cantafi working from the stretch on the first base side. Baglino doing the catching here tonight. He's got his Fairfield catching gear on, all red. He's set up outside. It gets away from him. It's up the first base side. Then it rolls back towards the fencing behind him. And into scoring position now is Giffelt with 1 out. A runner now directly behind Cantafi. Norwich trying to keep the game tied here in the bottom of the 7th. The breaking ball just leaked past Baglino as he went to try and block it. The righty kicks and deals. This misses. Oh, a high strike call. Cantafi certainly will take it. It was certainly over the belt line, but either way, count leverage here for the Keene State Owl. Trying to find his 2nd out of the inning. This would be a great time to get it with the runner in scoring position. On 1-2. Bouncing ball, chopped to first on the backhand. Rivera underhand to Cantafi. He gets there just in the nick of time. Bang, bang play at the first base bag, and Cantafi able to get his foot on the cushion in time. He beats out Henning, who was racing up the first base line. Taking third on the play is Giffelt. So the potential go-ahead run now 90 feet away. Here's the shortstop, P.J. Hughes. Hughes has struck out. He's also grounded out to short. Norwich infield defense still playing at standard depth as we see shades of orange in the sky with the sun setting. Through the overcast sky, a wave and a miss, strike 1. A big out for Norwich to get here to keep the game tied into the 8th inning. First time Norwich has been tied with an opponent at any point in the 6th inning or later here this season. The delivery coming home, a wave and a miss, strike 2. Cantafi way ahead of the number 9 hitter in the batting order. This is P.J. Hughes out of the University of Richmond and Manhattan, Kansas, with the red batting gloves on. He's in the back of the righty batter's box. Now this gets away from Baglino. It hits the screen, and coming home to score from third is Giffelt. It's 2-1 New Britain. The wild pitch from Cantafi. Tried to toss in there the breaking ball. Baglino again had some trouble blocking it. Second wild pitch from Cantafi, and this time it provides the second run of the night. Norwich now trailing here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Baglino set up inside, the delivery home, cut on and miss, strike 3. So the wild pitch delivers the go-ahead run for the Bees. They lead it 2-1. We're headed to the 8th inning when we come back on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base. Show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
Fans, this is outfielder Jack Sweeney, and you're listening to the Norwich Sea Unicorns on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Headed to the top of the 8th inning. New ball game here in New Britain. 2-1 Bees. They score on the wild pitch. It was a 2-strike wild pitch, and the breaking ball got away from Baglino. It brought home Miles Giffelt, and as a result, Norwich now trailing for the first time here tonight. They will face a new arm here. It's the right-hander, Zach Zajac, a senior out of RPI in Cromwell, Connecticut, has the baseball from Matt Gedman. Norwich trying to complete a comeback here tonight now. Norwich scored the first run. That came back in the 5th inning for the Sea Unicorns, or check that, in the top of the 4th inning. Offense has been tough to come by. The Sea Unicorns have just 3 hits in the ball game. Norwich has 3 runs between the 2 games here against New Britain. Zach Zajac now on. His first pitch home is a bouncing ball. It's over to short. Collected there by Hughes. It gets away from the first baseman Clark. Error committed by New Britain defensively. Their second here tonight, and Norwich has a leadoff man aboard. That is in the form of their leadoff man, Aiden Stern. So now a chance for C.J. Nolan with the man on. C.J. has struck out. He's singled to left, and he's also reached on an error. He's also been caught stealing. I don't recommend running here on Easton Massey. He's 2 for 2 and throwing out base runners here tonight. Norwich needs any runner that they can get. Zajac with the high socks. The runner is going. The throw from Massey. It bounces to the shortstopper, and out again is a Norwich base runner. The second time tonight, Stern has been caught stealing. And there's the first out in the inning, even though it hopped in front of the shortstop P.J. Hughes. He's able to apply the tag in time. There's one out here in the 8th inning. Norwich trying to manufacture the offense any way possible, but instead they've run into 3 outs tonight. It's now no balls and 2 strikes to CJ. He's taking inside on the off-speed pitch, ball 1. CJ has the high socks, a little high sock battle here. Zach Zajac, he's sporting the high socks with the golden bees coloring around it. Here's a bouncing ball to third. Collected there by Crowley. His throw across the diamond in time. Colin Crowley snared it on his backhand and he whipped it across the diamond. He retires Nolan. There's 2 outs here in the 8th. Here's the first baseman now, Gabriel Rivera. Zajac trying to work a scoreless 8th inning against Norwich. He's been helped out defensively. First it was Easton Massey, and now it was Colin Crowley. A wave and a miss there, strike 1. Rivera fooled on the off-speed pitch. Zajac so far this summer has pitched to a 1.80 ERA. Now strike 2 now on Rivera, back to the screen. This is his 4th appearance of the summer. He has struck out 3. He's walked a pair. He's allowed 4 hits. Opponents batting just .222 against him. His last trip out was against Norwich in the 5-2 victory on Sunday. That's outside, ball 1. He worked a scoreless inning. He struck a man out. And just 3 batters. It was a clean inning for him in relief. Ahead of Rivera, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The delivery home. Downstairs, it hit the dirt. The count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rivera, a highly touted prospect, headed to Rutgers in the fall. We've seen him make plenty of loud noise this summer in his short stay with the Sea Unicorns. The 2-2 delivery from Zajac on the way. Just getting a piece of it is Rivera. If there is anyone on this Sea Unicorns team that spends more time in the batting cage, it is him. He is constantly in there getting his work, and even when the team has an off day, you find yourself at Dodge Stadium, he is in the batting cage. You almost have to pick him up to get him to leave the cage. That's how committed he is. Very committed to detail. He'll just be a freshman at Rutgers in the fall. High work ethic. Norwich has leaned on his bat here early in the season. He's taken the most plate appearances of any Sea Unicorn, approaching that 30th plate appearance here. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Zajac punches out Rivera, and the inning is over. So the leadoff man reached on the air, but Zajac works through it. We are headed to the bottom of the 8th, 2-1 New Britain on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
You try.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
It's going to get through and roll out into right field. Green light ahead for Sturm. He'll come around and score. 2-out RBI base hit for Gabriel Rivera's first hit as a Sea Unicorn. It's an RBI single into right. And the Sea Unicorns have an early 1-0 lead. 1-1. Fly ball, that's hit pretty well out to the right center field gap. It is going to dunk off the wall. Rounding third, coming home to score is Ankalari. It's a rigging RBI double for CJ Nolan. He tattooed it out to the right center field gap. And Norwich off and running. They lead 2-0. Provide some lane for Worcester. This is a fly ball crushed out to left field. You can forget about it. Ian Moser clears the deck in left field. A leadoff blast for Norwich. And they have a 3-0 lead. This one a solo shot deep out to left field, and Norwich extends their lead. On the first base side of the rubber, dealing home is Tully. There's a fly ball lifted out to right center field. This is going to mean trouble. It is going to one-hop off the wall. Sweeney has an extra bases, and coming around and scoring is Rivera. And the two Rutgers kids team up and make it 5-0. Jack Sweeney crushes it out to the right center field wall. Headed to the bottom of the 8th inning. The new arm in the ball game is the Yukon Husky, Giovanni Conti. Gio back out there for Norwich. His second season with the Sea Unicorns. He was an all-star in 2024, pitching to a 4.09 ERA over 22 innings. He was plus stuff with that fastball, which is now hit up to 95 on the gun. He can really bring it, and he dials it up. Strike one on the outside corner. It's 1, 2, and 3 for the Bees here in the 9th against the right-hander Gio Conti. Conti lines up on the third base side of the rubber, and the righty kicks and deals home. There is strike two. Good spot for Gio. He also has the ability to throw from a 3/4 arm angle as well. He'll drop that in there from time to time. Good spot to do it here with 2 strikes. Set up outside is Baglino. The 0-2 home. Off the end of the bat, it's to the screen, and the battle will continue. Reisdorf has been caught looking. He's lined out on a sprawling catch to Gavin O'Brien in center, and he's also drawn a walk. Righty on lefty matchup to start the bottom of the 8th. Norwich trailing by a run. The 0-2 coming home outside. Conti dropped the arm angle down and it missed. The delivery home just missed, and the count now is even. Gio so far for the Sea Unicorns. He's making his 3rd appearance of the summer. The ERA really ballooned on him after a tough first outing. That was on opening day against Westfield. And now he is striking out Reisdorf, or check that. He got a piece of it, and he sent that one foul. That's what happens when you look down at your notes and you don't see the delivery coming home. I saw him step out of the lefty's box as if he was headed to the dugout. Instead, just 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's the changeup. It sails upstairs. The count now full. That first outing for Gio, that was his first time back on the mound after not pitching for 6 weeks. He was only used twice by the Huskies, and he allowed 3 earned runs, 2 hits. And now he walks the leadoff man, Reisdorf. So a 7-pitch walk and 1 on for New Britain to start the 8th. There was a good battle between Reisdorf and Conti, and Reisdorf wins it. He draws his 2nd walk of the night. Here is Colin Crowley. Gio's last time out, he was sensational for Norwich. He struck a man out. He walked a man. He also earned the save for Norwich against Vermont. That was back on June the 3rd. It also happens to be the last victory Norwich has collected this summer. They're going to need some magic in the 9th. Right now, Gio trying to keep the game within an arm's reach. Paglino up, set up outside, and the fastball missing. And the count now even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Crowley tonight, he is grounded out a couple of times, once to short. He's also grounded out to second, and he's also singled into left. Gio set at the belt. As the sign, he comes home. A wave and a miss there, strike 2. Gio has quite the pitch mix. Fastball, curveball, slider over the top, along with the changeup. Then he'll throw the fastball, the curveball, and the changeup. He's always experimenting with pitch types, the way he grips the baseball on some of his pitches as well. He has some nasty stuff when he really gets it going. Looking to find a home next summer, for next season, I should say. The 1-2 coming home. Bouncing ball. Conti racing after it on the first base side. Underhand flipping to Rivera. 1 down. So the fielder's choice ground out. Advancing to second is Reisdorf. Now 1 out in the frame. Here's the catcher, Easton Massey. Massey so far tonight, he's singled into left field. He's grounded out to third and has also reached on an air. That air that he reached on his last time up in the 6th inning also scored the first run of the ball game for New Britain. A man in scoring position at second. That's represented by Reisdorf. He began the inning with the leadoff walk. Open stance for the right-handed hitting catcher, Massey. He's taking the whole way at strike 1. When Norwich comes to the plate in the top of the 9th inning, it'll be 4, 5, and 6. The heart of the order. We'll see if Denbrough wants to use any pinch hitters. The runner started to go. He holds up. It's fouled off. Back to the screen. Strike 2. The runner aboard is Nolan Reisdorf. He stands at second with the righty catcher, Easton Massey. Now a conversation. Quick little chat here between Paglino and Conti. See what he wants to do. He has him on the ropes. No balls, 2 strikes. The batter on deck for New Britain is the left fielder, Brennan Stabley. Gio out of Albany, New York. 6 feet, 168 pounds. He put on 15 pounds throughout that freshman year at UConn. Approaching that second base bag is Stern, trying to keep close eyes. Awkward check swing, and able to hold up is the batter, Massey. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gio has really been dedicated to his strength program. When he made his way to Stores, he was 150 pounds, and that was on a good day, he said. He's really put the time in the weight room, and you can see that by the metrics on his pitches. This is a high pop-up in the infield. Conti will take charge of the defense. Now going is the base runner, nobody covering third. Oh, a lucky bounce for Norwich. I think it caught the field umpire at third base. And able to dive in there safely is Reisdorf. Nobody was covering third. Conti made the catch. He called everybody off. 2 outs in the inning. But now the insurance marker is 90 feet away for the Bees. Here's the left fielder, Brennan Stabley. Stabley so far tonight, he's grounded out to third. He's also reached on an error and has hit an infield single. That was to third. Conti set up at the belt. He comes home. First pitch is a soft pop-up. Conti has it, and the inning is over. So just the 1 walk, and able to find his way to third was Reisdorf. He's stranded there as Conti fields his position well to record the final 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Norwich trying to make a comeback when we return. The 9th inning is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
I'm at the top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like, wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
New Britain is making a call to the bullpen for Southpaw Evan Mello out of Wheaton College. He has come on into the ball game. He's trying to lock up the save for the New Britain Bees. They lead 2-1 here in the 9th inning. We saw Mello pitch last right here on Sunday night against the Sea Unicorns. He worked a scoreless frame. He struck out a batter. It was a clean inning for him. An even ERA at 0. Over 4 innings of work, he struck out 5. First man up is Gavin O'Brien. He's taking outside. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. O'Brien so far tonight for the Sea Unicorns is 0 for 2. He's also drawn a walk. He's been caught looking. He's also popped out. Now it's 2 balls and a strike to O'Brien. Norwich offensively has been held to just 3 hits. The Bees pitching staff has stifled them once again tonight. The Sea Unicorns just with 3 runs overall in the series. And 8 hits combined through the first 17 innings against New Britain pitching. The defense for New Britain playing on the grass at second and short. And just in front of that outfield grass is the first baseman. JT Clark. Count is 3-1 to the Norwich center fielder, Gavin O'Brien. Set at the belt. Third base side of the rubber is Mello. He comes home from the 3/4. Look, it's cut on him. Missed strike 2. That sidearm sort of look from Mello. He hunches over to begin his pitching motion. Set up inside right now is Massey to the right-handed hitting center fielder, Gavin O'Brien. The count is full. The 3-2 home is taken for strike 3. O'Brien sent packing. He watches strike 3 cross the inside corner, 1 out. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Chard. Chard is 0 for 3. He's grounded out to second. He's hit into a fielder's choice, and he's also popped out. The first pitch home is ruled a strike on the inside corner. Mello has been a strike thrower so far tonight. And he's gotten ahead of Chard, 0-1. From the stretch, he delivers home. This is yanked foul down the left field line. Chard turned on it in a hurry. It was a hanging breaker. And good thing for Mello. Unable to straighten it out was the Norwich left fielder. The Sea Unicorns trying to find a way to get even here in the 9th inning. New Britain trying to take the first 2 of the 3-game series. A bouncing ball to second. Henning charging in. He fires to first just in the nick of time. He waited to get rid of the baseball. Chard runs well up the first base line. He's retired 2 outs, and the Sea Unicorns now are down to their final out here tonight. Here's the catcher, Aiden Baglino. Norwich trying to find a way to keep this ball game alive. There's a pinch hitter waiting in the on-deck circle. That would be Jaden Novak if Norwich keeps this game alive. Mello ahead of Baglino, no balls and a strike. Baglino has struck out twice. He's also walked. Now he's taking inside, ball 1. Offense for Norwich has really gone stale for this Norwich offense. Searching for answers. The 1-1 in there, strike 2. And now the Sea Unicorns down to their final strike tonight. The Bees surrendered the first run, but they found a way to manufacture offense. The latest, I'm sure Cantafi would like to have back. It came on a wild pitch. 1-2 on its way home is taken at the knees just below the zone. Ball 2. Good spot for Mello. An edge pitch hovering around the strike zone. The count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Everyone on the top step on both dugouts. The Bees leading 2-1 in the 9th inning. Now coming set is the lefty. He's coming home the 2-2. In the air, out to straightaway center field. Moving back on it and making the catch is the center fielder, Reisdorf. The ball game is over. Norwich falls here tonight, 2-1 to the Bees. Another comeback victory for New Britain. Despite surrendering the first run of the night, Norwich had their chances with runners in scoring position, but couldn't find a way. New Britain holds on, and they win it. They pick up their 5th win of the summer. They improve now to 5-7 through their first 12 contests, and Norwich now falls to 3-6. Stick with us. The Capital Property Group postgame show continues when we come back. You're listening to the Norwich Sea Unicorns on the Futures League Baseball Network and listening live on YouTube on SN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today. A frustrating loss here tonight for Norwich. They drop it by a final score of 2-1. The winning pitcher tonight for the New Britain Bees will go to Adam Merritt. He works 2 scoreless innings. He allows just 1 hit. He struck out 3. He takes the victory. He's now 1-1 on the summer. The loss to Norwich goes to Daniel Cantafi. It's a hard-earned loss for Cantafi. The winning run scored on a 2-out, 2-strike wild pitch to net the New Britain Bees their go-ahead run. That came back in the bottom of the 7th inning. They took a 2-1 lead. Cantafi takes the loss. He goes 2 innings. He surrenders both runs here tonight. It was a strong start for Luke Hardman. Unfortunately, he gets spoiled with the comeback victory for New Britain. Hardman goes 5 innings. He allows 2 hits. He struck out 4. He lowers his ERA in the process to 3.86 on the summer. Unfortunately, a couple of runs for New Britain, those coming in the 6th and 7th inning against Daniel Cantafi, are the difference here tonight. The save goes to Evan Mello. He knocks down the save for the Bees. It's his first save of the summer. He works a scoreless 9th inning against Norwich. He struck out 1, and it was a clean 9th. He retired Norwich in order. That's now 4 straight losses for the Sea Unicorns. A tough 1-run loss here against New Britain after taking the lead. Norwich opened the scoring in the 4th inning on a bases-loaded walk to Baglino, but Norwich had their difficulties making the action happen with runners in scoring position. Norwich finishes the ball game 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Norwich was also out-hit in the ball game 6-3. Both teams also recorded a couple of errors defensively, and unfortunately, the wild pitch, the difference here tonight. We'll take a timeout here on the Capital Property Group post-game show. More to come when we come back. We'll wrap things up here from the Hardware City. Once again, New Britain winners here tonight, 2-1 the final score. When we come back, we will wrap things up on the Capital Property Group post-game show.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Who really wanted with me? I'm at the top, that's one, not two or three. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
Welcome back to the Capital Property Group post-game show as the New Britain Bees go home winners. They win it by a final score of 2-1 here tonight. A comeback victory for New Britain. They have their 5th win of the summer. They improved to 5-7 overall, and the Sea Unicorns dropped their 4th straight ball game. They're now 3-6 on the season. A look at the final numbers here tonight for the New Britain Bees. They score 2 runs here tonight on 6 hits, and the Sea Unicorns 1 run on just 3 hits. Both teams made a couple of errors defensively. The winning pitcher here tonight, it goes to Adam Merritt, 2 scoreless innings. It's his first win of the summer, and the save to Evan Mello. He works the scoreless 9th. Daniel Cantafi surrenders a couple of runs. He takes the loss in this ball game. A look ahead to tomorrow's matchup. The Sea Unicorns headed back home for a Wednesday night home game. It's the Sea Unicorns, and they will also once again see these New Britain Bees. A look at the starting pitching matchup. That is always presented by Silvertree Saddlery. Get in the saddle with Silvertree Saddlery. For the Norwich Sea Unicorns, they will hand the baseball over to right-hander Matt Wooten. His last time out, it was a good one. He goes 6 innings. He struck out 4. It's pitched to a 1.50 ERA. He was named the Extra Effort Player of the Week. And for the New Britain Bees, Matt Gedman will send Ben Oliveira to the mound for the Bees. The New Britain looking for the 3-game sweep over Norwich. Oliveira so far this summer, he's pitched to a 8.30 ERA. He started a couple of games. He's worked 8 2/3 of an inning, 10 strikeouts. He's walked 4 batters. His last time out, that was against the Worcester Bravehearts back on June the 4th. He went 5 innings. He allowed 3 earned runs, 6 hits. He struck out 6 as well. Ben Oliveira, he will go opposite Matt Wooten of the Norwich Sea Unicorns. First pitch, 6:30 p.m. tomorrow night at Dodd Stadium. Once again, New Britain wins it. They come back here 2-1, the final score. Once again, I'm Adam Plager, thanking you for joining me here from the Hardware City. The Sea Unicorns drop it, final score 2-1. I'm Adam Plager saying so long and good night.
Do you want to get your business in front of over 100,000 viewers every month? Advertise with 321 and enjoy the best value in local advertising while supporting free community live streams. Your message will be seen across live high school sports, morning shows, and local events, connecting you directly with engaged audiences, boosting your visibility, growing your brand, and helping us keep these broadcasts accessible to everyone for free. Partner with 321 today and watch your business thrive.